Stop everything you're doing. What I'm about to show you will fundamentally rewire how people see you. 1. Behavioral shift. 7 psychological triggers. And suddenly, you're not chasing anymore. They are. This isn't theory. This is weaponized psychology that works instantly. Here's the brutal truth. You've been playing the game wrong. Every text you send first, every conversation you initiate, every time you're too available, you're training people to devalue you. The social hierarchy is ruthless, and right now, you're at the bottom. But today, we flip the script. The problem isn't that you're not good enough. The problem is that you're too predictable, too accessible, too safe. And safe is forgettable. In the next 7 minutes, I'll give you 7 psychological weapons that will make you irresistible. But listen carefully to number 6. It's the most dangerous one, and most people completely mess it up. Weapon number 1, the Enigma effect. The principle: people obsess over unsolved puzzles. You want to know why that person ignores your texts but responds instantly to others? You've become an open book. No mystery, no chase. From this moment forward, you become strategically incomplete. When someone asks about your weekend, it was eventful. Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime. When they probe deeper, some stories are better saved for the right moment. When they push, smile. Change the subject. You're not lying. You're creating intellectual tension. Their brain will obsess over filling in the gaps. You've become the puzzle they can't solve, and humans are hardwired to chase what they can't fully understand. The result? They start initiating. They start asking questions. They start chasing the mystery that is you. Weapon number 2, the power of the pause. The principle: silence creates psychological pressure. Next time someone asks you something important, don't respond immediately. Count to 3. Let the silence build. Feel the tension. Here's what happens in those 3 seconds. Their confidence wavers. They wonder if they said something wrong. They realize you're not desperate for their approval. You elevate from reactive to selective. This isn't about being rude. It's about demonstrating that your thoughts are valuable enough to consider carefully. When you pause, you're communicating. I'm deciding if this deserves my attention. Master this. Your pause becomes their anxiety. Your silence becomes their noise. Weapon number 3, strategic unavailability. The principle: what's always available has no value. Think about it. Water is essential for life, but it's cheap because it's abundant. Diamonds are valuable because they're rare. You need to become rare. This doesn't mean being fake busy. This means having a life so compelling that your time becomes precious. Don't respond to every text within minutes. Have genuine priorities and pursuits. When someone flakes, don't reschedule immediately. Become less available next time. Your energy becomes a resource they need to earn, not something they expect. The psychological trigger: scarcity increases desire. When you're not constantly available, every interaction becomes more valuable. Weapon number 4, the status elevation. The principle: people chase what they perceive as higher value. Stop acting like a supplicant. Your body language, your speech patterns, your entire presence needs to communicate one thing: I have value and I know it. Immediate changes. Remove weak language. Maybe, I think, sorry, when you haven't done anything wrong. Hold eye contact until they look away first. Speak slower. With purpose. Take up space confidently. Walk like you own wherever you're going. This isn't arrogance, it's quiet confidence. You're not trying to prove your worth. You're simply not hiding it. The shift. When people sense you don't need their validation, they start competing to give it to you. Weapon number 5, frame control. The principle. Every interaction has a winner and a loser of frames. A frame is your reality, your interpretation of what's happening. Most people let others control the frame of every interaction. Examples. Someone teases you about something, weak frame. Get defensive. Someone teases you about something, strong frame. That's the best you've got? With a smile. Someone tries to make you jealous, weak frame. React emotionally. Someone tries to make you jealous, strong frame. Good for you, genuinely unbothered. The key, your frame should always be, I'm comfortable with who I am, and I don't need to prove anything to anyone. Weapon number 6, the abundance mindset, critical. This is where most people fail catastrophically. They fake abundance. They pretend to have options. People see right through this, and it backfires spectacularly. Real abundance means actually building a life worth living, having genuine goals, friends and pursuits, being selective because you have real reasons to be selective, not needing any specific person because your life is already fulfilling. The signal you send, I don't need you, but I might want you if you're worth it. This isn't about playing hard to get. This is about being hard to get because you're genuinely valuable. Weapon number 7, the mirror technique. The principle, people crave being seen and understood at a deeper level. When someone shares something about themselves, don't just acknowledge it. Reflect back their potential. They say, I'm starting a business. You say, I can see it. You have that restless energy, the kind that builds empires. They mention a goal. You say, that fits. You don't strike me as someone who settles for ordinary. What you're doing, you're not just listening. You're seeing them as they want to be seen. You become the mirror that reflects their best self back to them. The result? They become addicted to how they feel around you. This isn't about manipulation. This is about reclaiming your power. You've been giving away your attention, your time, your validation like it has no value. You've been the one chasing, begging, proving yourself worthy. That ends now. When you implement these 7 weapons, something shifts. People notice when you're not constantly available. They wonder when you're not seeking their approval. They chase when you're no longer chasing them. Final challenge. Pick one person who's been taking you for granted. Implement these strategies for the next 7 days. Watch what happens. But remember, you're not changing who you are. You're finally showing your true value. The choice is yours. Stay invisible or become unforgettable. If this hits different, you know what to do. Subscribe for more psychology that actually works. And remember, this isn't about games. This is about power.